Good afternoon, friends. I wanted to do a brief video talking about relationships. I'm going to set a different tone than I usually do, which is one on political themes. I wanted to get more on a personal theme. Sometimes I get spiritual too. So, a bit of advice for bachelors and relationships, and this goes the other way around as well, gender wise. Let's say a woman had um, four bad relationships before you, and at least it ended badly in some way. And every single one of those relationships that we had and that she had, let's say those early ones that she had in her life, ended some way badly. At that point, you knowing that, you're probably going to, and this is the right thing to do everything you can to find out what those exes were like and to be the opposite way. Be yourself. As a matter of fact, if she tells you things about the exes that you know you're like you're a cheater, don't enter it. I'm not a cheater. Um, but if you're not in any way like the exes she describes, the bad traits, um, then make that clear to her. But also be aware that it's going to be very hard. Don't expect to enter a relationship like that when she's had so many ones that ended badly, um, because she's always going to compare you to them. And so that's advice for me. If you're somebody dating in your 30s like me, it's hard to not in a relationship with somebody who hasn't been in several other relationships. And obviously, if she's single at that point, they've ended. Um, it's rare, at least in my experience, to find a woman who's maintained friendship with an ex and had a amicable breakup. It's very rare for I call it the Elaine Jerry Seinfeld scenario, right? Because obviously Elaine and Jerry Seinfeld stayed good friends, and they had dated. I don't think that's that common. It's common on TV, but it's not common in real life. So number one, she'll assume if you break up, you're gonna break up badly. Number two, she'll assume that you're gonna be like her exes. So you really gotta go out of your way to not be like them, but also don't expect it to be easy because she will always compare you to them. And this includes any woman, in my opinion. Of course, straight woman or woman attracted to men. Doesn't matter if she's had traumas, if she has any psychological problems. You're gonna have problems demonstrating you're not like her exes, no matter what you do. But hopefully, over time, if that's your situation, you're in your 30s, you're dating somebody who's been in multiple relationships, she could eventually learn to trust you. And I think she can only learn to trust you by loving you. And she won't necessarily love you right away. Love at first sight is kind of a Hollywood concept. She'll like you at first, and then over time, eventually love you, and hopefully then can trust you to not be like them. Because there are a lot of bad guys out there that screw over women. I will definitely admit that. But I'm 37, and I can say with confidence I've never cheated on a woman in my life. I've been cheated on multiple times, and I always try to give a woman the benefit of the doubt if I enter a relationship. I'm definitely not in a rush to enter one. I've had terrible ones, but that is my case. Whenever I have entered one and she's been in multiple relationships that ended badly, it's really hard for her to get convinced that I'm not like her exes. Okay, thank you, everybody.